Okay, let me
I
continue that as we ran out of time. But I was gonna say that one comes from one comes from the nation, right? So it's like it kind of makes it expected, like why this one seems more natural than like a dub would sound. But it is like kind of interesting where it's like some animes could sound way better in dub. Cowboy
yeah,
Bebop, for example. I wouldn't say
Cowboy
easy
Bebop.
one. Yeah, but you
What
know,
is an easy one? But I would say for me, yeah, I watched it
Naruto's a
later
pretty
on.
easy one.
On the easiest one.
You're fucking stuck in the clouds. Hello.
I was stuck in the clouds. What's
Yeah,
that?
you were just you sounded far away and shit. Now you're back.
My bad. No, like the first anime dub that I watched, you know, when dub was fully dubbed, it was just Patty talking. Because that like every time I always see it, like every time I always see it, I just imagine the English voice actors just saying shit. And it just feels
Yeah,
like
because they sound
in, a,
more.
in a cartoon. just
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah, it sounds more natural than like how it does in
yeah.
original Japanese. And like, I also would say like for something like for me, it's like when it comes to sub though, I kind of like especially on like some shows, but like there's always some rare animes where they just don't have good subs or good dubs. And I mentioned this once or at least twice, but Fully Cooley is a good example where when I watched it for the first time,
Oh,
I was watching it sub
really
and I
cool.
was like, oh my
Uh
god,
huh.
this sounds so shit. And then I switched to dub. And then it was even also shit where it's like I hate how the dub sounds because these characters sound so fucking awkward and oh man, this sounds so shit. So I had a choice. Don't bother watching this show or just like pick one. And I chose like the sub because I was like, yeah, it may sound amateur as shit, but it kind of sounds more natural than whatever the fuck the English dub got it going. Because Jesus Christ, wow. Also, what's my big problem with the sub version? It's like, well, the way the characters talk is kind of monotone and just very new and amateurish. It's almost like these people haven't like voice acted like characters before, but they got the voices for the characters right. Like, hey, you got a voice actor that sounds like a high schooler and a 9-year old. There you go. Jesus
That
Christ.
sounds like uh, another anime that you mentioned, Super Milk Chan, with the subs that they sound so monotone, or they sound bored in the recording studio. They sound bored.
In a sub one, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, it sounds so boring, but then like. But then, like, they pick up, like, in, like, Fully Cooley, where it's like, at first, it's like I wasn't used to it until I realized that, like, part of the humor is just how like not only how lazy or like how funnily deep tone like some of these voice actors sound for like the first characters you see in like Fully Cooley, but it's also like how they just don't take themselves seriously. The show doesn't take itself seriously, and then that's when I actually grew to like it because it's like it's a funny show and it's also a very absurd show and it also happens to share a message that you would never have noticed until you finish the show. And it's just amazing how it's just played out like that. It's probably Guy Nex's best fucking show I've ever watched. And when I mean by and like when it comes to like Guy Nex itself, it's like well, I mean they're responsible for stuff like Evangelion and Gurren Lagann. But honestly though, those are overrated shows. Overrated is a toxic term, but like I really use it here because it's like over the years, I mean, I did like those shows, but like I also just like don't really like them as much. Like when you like would like get a difference within some things you start to look back into or what you get to watch nowadays. And like with Fully Cooley made me change that perspective where it's like Evangelion was a fun and it looked really nice for its time. No, I mean like sorry. I mean Evangelion looked really nice and it was fun too. But Fully Cooley was just much more funner. It's like much more enjoyable. And it has like a really proper nice finale. Gurren Lagann is like a complete adventure and it has a really good and consistent plot despite the fact that the plot at least at the start doesn't really feel all that connected. It's just like things are happening all at once and they just progressively get even bigger and bigger until like the climax, which happens really early on, and then it just starts
Well,
becoming so damn troublesome to keep watching until you get to like the 13th episode, or at least its proper finale and shit, which is where you get to either stop the series there or continue watching to watch the time skip stuff, which is mostly even bigger and better, or at least, nah, it's a lie. People say it's better, and while I kind of agree, most aspects of it is more interesting, like how the first half of the story was like. I can't like, I can't like actually like lie. Like it's a bit more forgettable than the first half of the show.
Jesus. Oh wait, I got another topic. Um, what is something that people really, really think that they enjoyed, like that they enjoyed, but you enjoyed it, but there's that one part that made you go, "Oh man,
That ruined
this kind of
everything.
sucks." Yeah, basically,
Oh, oh, oh,
that kind of ruined
Mafia
everything.
2.
Ooh, what?
Mafia 2.
Mafia 2? Damn. Ah, Mafia 2 really did.
That ending was ass, but it was okay. It's hard to cope with having to say like if it's a bad ending or not, because it's not a bad ending. It's the most interesting ending I've ever seen out of a
Yeah,
game like that. But goddamn, it's not like an ending that's satisfying. It's just fucking gut punching. What's worse is that you don't
yeah,
even get to continue. You don't even get like post game or anything. You just like go back to like the save where you start the final mission. It's just like feeling. It just feels so damn asinine. Oh, is that the right word? I don't care. Okay, but when it comes to anime though, it's like guess Little Witch Academia. Damn, that's so old, but like that's the one thing that comes to mind. I guess for context, it's like overall, it's a pretty nice show. A lot of funny adventures. Characters learn how to like
uh-huh.
deal with their fucking powers and shit. Or actually, magic. I'm sorry, especially the main character who's like a average person but just wants to actually learn magic and shit, and she kind of sucks at it,
Hmm.
but she just gives it her all and just tries, and she eventually gets some basic stuff done right. At least she's struggling so bad with it, but she just tries right. At least until you get to like one of like the fun like the finale episodes, or at least like the episodes that are leading up to the finales, when like oh it just gets revealed why she sucks at magic, and it just becomes so fucked up. It's good. It's a really good part of the plot, but it also makes the series hurt a lot because of what you've been watching throughout the whole time. And it's like, oh shit, that actually feels like ass now.
This shit is ass, bro.
This shit made it so painful to like continue, but you just don't watch it anyway. And it's like, and it has a really good finale, but it's like, I don't think it had actually ever gotten a season since then. I mean, I could
Yeah,
look right now, but I'm pretty sure the show's
but
actually over, and
yeah.
it's been over since
No,
2017.
oh man, that's been a while. Wow.
Or was it
But just for me,
2016?
for me, I was really so excited, but then I felt like so disappointed at the end. I mean, of course, Mafia 2 was one, but I would say Max Payne 2 also as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, for me, it didn't affect me that much because it's
Like,
like I kind of felt like Max Payne 2 didn't really feel like an actual story. It just felt like a filler.
yeah, that's what it felt like for me as
Like
well.
it
It felt
didn't
like a
feel, and
filler.
like nothing about it felt super real. It just felt like some sort of weird what if like shit. Like I mean,
Like,
no,
what if
because as I
story of
mentioned,
how.
if Max Payne felt like a theatrical movie release, and Max Payne 2 felt like a TV show, and it's a TV show that you either have to discuss if it's canon or not, because it doesn't feel canon now, does it?
I guess it does for the majority of people. But if there's one thing I will say that Max Payne 2 did a little bit better was the dream sequences. Even
That's
though
true.
I think the first, even though I don't, I don't, I like the dream sequences in the first game. They were very tedious. Like,
And before
do the,
anybody mentions it about the whole Max Payne 2 did aiming better than Max Payne 1, I'm gonna remind you that Max Payne 2 has auto aim.
oh yeah, don't even remind me of Max Payne 2's auto way because I would always get killed for that.
Oh no, I meant like when
I
you're
feel
doing
like,
the auto aim. It's not that bad. Oh, unless you
oh
mean the reloading. You're talking about the reloading
yeah,
animation.
yeah, like that
At
reloading
least
animation,
during
it
bullet
really screwed
time.
me over.
Like
Yeah,
bullet time
it
and
really screwed me.
reload animation, so shit. Okay. 4
Yeah, no,
seconds
that
left.